Okay, today's Tuesday, and it's February 11th of 2014. That doesn't matter, but I said it anyway. It is a record. So, how is that a record?
It's a record. You're recording your dates. So you know when you did.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like world record. Anyway, this week's topic is stealth versus out. And I'm gonna start with advice. By the way, this is John. I'm gonna start with advice. So, my advice to anybody is you should be who you want to be. You should be who you want to be. That's not what I meant. You should do what you want to do when it comes to being stealth or being out, because it's all a matter of preference, and you should do whatever it is that you prefer to do and whatever you think is actually best for you. Because some people would rather be out because you can spread knowledge, and then some people would rather be stealth because they don't want to get as much hate and they don't want to explain things as often. And so you should do whatever you're comfortable with. Personally, I would prefer to be stealth just because I get asked a lot of questions, and it's not necessarily because I would like to hide anything. It's just something that I don't really want to constantly be seen as the trans kid, and I don't want to constantly be seen as the FTM who is in high school at Lincoln. I would want to be seen as Oliver, the guy with the large loads and weird friends.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But unfortunately, well, it's not really unfortunately, but I'm actually, in a way, I'm more out because I came out originally on a social network, which means everybody on that social network that knew who I was now knew that I was going to transition to male. And I'm also in high school, so when you're in high school, word of mouth, everybody knows everything eventually. If it's something worth talking about, everybody's going to talk about it. My choice to live stealth would probably lay more on, like I said, I don't really like to explain things as often, and it's not that I don't like spreading knowledge and helping people get over their ignorance. It's just that the questions I get very tiresome. I don't want to constantly be asked what I have in my pants or what kind of surgeries I've had or anything like that, because it gets kind of annoying. So that is why I would choose to be stealth if I could, and the only way I can do that is in public and with people who don't know my old Facebook or don't go to my school. Some pros to being... Turn your damn music down.
Hey, down.
The pros to being stealth would probably be that you don't have to answer any questions, and that you don't get weird looks, and people aren't constantly judging you. But the cons to it are you can get lonely pretty fast, because if people don't know that you're trans, you might not have anybody to turn to when you're going through a rough time through your transition. And that's probably the biggest con, is the fact that you just sometimes have to deal with things on your own if nobody knows. Some pros to being out are you get to spread your knowledge and spread your wisdom about the trans community with your friends, and it will spread it to their friends, and it will get around, and people will stop being as ignorant on the topic of transgender, and they will start realizing that the LGBT community is more than just L and G and B. But some cons to that is you have to be prepared to take some criticism, and you have to be prepared to get judged and hated on, because that's just how the world is. Whether you like it or not, some people are not going to like the fact that you're transitioning, and they will not accept it, and they will not accept you. So you have to be prepared for that, or you're not going to be able to function as out if you can't handle some hate.
Can't handle the heat.
I hate you so much, man. So yeah, I guess that pretty much wraps up everything I have to say on this. I'm Oliver. I will see you next Tuesday on February not 11th. And say goodbye, John.
Bye-bye.